Good morning, everyone. Darius Dale here to present our macro minute for Monday, November 29th, 2021. Starting with markets, we got stocks up, commodities up, crypto up, dollar up, global bond yields up. Big movers this morning. We got Stock 600, Stocks Europe 600, and the Russell 2000 both up 1% apiece. WTI up 5%, nat gas down 7%. On the economic front, we have more lagging confirmation of our post-Delta bounce view with respect to global growth. Chinese industrial profits accelerated 830 basis points to 24.6% year over year in October. That's the highest we've seen since May. Japanese retail sales accelerated 140 bips to 0.9% in October. That's the highest number we've seen since July. And then lastly, South Korean retail sales accelerated 620 basis points to 14.4% year over year in October. That's the highest number we've seen since March. On the other side, on the flip side of the coin, we have leading survey data continuing to suggest that said bounce in global growth may have peaked already. European Commission's consumer confidence indicator ticked down -2 points to -6.8 in November. That's the lowest we've seen since April. And the European Commission's economic sentiment indicator, this business confidence here, might tick down -1.1 point to 117.5 in November. That's the lowest level we've seen since May of this year. With respect to today's probable range setups, overbought signal in the currency vol, US dollar versus the Mexican peso, and high yield OAS, US dollar high yield OAS. Oversold signal in the DAX, the MSCI Emerging Market Index, Nikkei, Russell 2000, WTI, gold, and the 10-year Swiss yield. With respect to our S&P 500 risk reward setup, -1% downside versus 2.6% upside. WTI is at the lower boundary of its probable range with 17% upside to the upper boundary. Bloomberg Dollar Index, taking it to the chart here, we saw the dollar index back off of its upper boundary of its probable range. We've seen this occur a couple times over the past few months, and each time that trip to the lower boundary of the probable range, was particularly in the month of October, was a bit reflationary. So be aware of that to the extent we continue to see this flag over the next few weeks. Again, we've been making the call. We got to stay invested to the extent that Omicron's not. It winds up being a scarecrow, but not necessarily want to be invested in pure reflation exposures. Come check us out and subscribe if you want the actual screws on that. Getting back to the ranges, 10-year Treasury yield -4 basis points of a downside versus 25 basis points of upside. Bitcoin -4% of downside versus 18% of upside. Ethereum -8% of downside versus 20% of upside. And then lastly, gold is at the lower boundary of its probable range with 6.1% upside. So with that, Darius Dale presenting our macro minute for Monday, November 29th, 2021. Everyone have the best of luck out there this week.